What's going on, people? I want you to look at these 4 bullets, and I want you to tell me which one to you looks more dangerous. I'm not going to tell you what they are. Just give it a second. Okay, that's enough time, because you should be able to look at these 4 and say, well, this one, that don't look all that bad. This one, oh, okay, yeah, I can see, might do more damage than that one. And then you look at this one and you're like, what the hell? Then you look at that one. I'm going to slide this in front of that. Completely covers it up. Our government, among hundreds of thousands of others, sit here and talk about the AR-15 because they see the letters AR and they automatically think assault rifle, and it's not. So if you've guessed it already, this here is an AR-15 bullet. This here is a 223 5.56. Same thing. Okay? Now, where the tip of my finger is right here is the bullet. Well, actually, it's right about here, because the bullet has to be pressed into the casing. Okay? Now, this bullet, let's get down here where you can see a little bit better. Alright, and when you look at these two, I've dropped it. Excuse me. It's so small and cute. Now, when you look at these two, there's really not that much of a difference. Probably maybe a 1/16 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch at the most. Bullet's about the same width, but this here is a 22 bullet. Now, everyone keeps talking about the AR-15. Oh, it's just the most god-awfulest gun ever in the world. We should ban them because they're just so deadly. But if you look at this compared to that than that, you would think, well, damn, this here is a 270. The only difference is this doesn't go into a gun that is a semi-automatic. This bullet, let's see, get my hand out of the way here. That bullet, and that bullet all are shot from a semi-automatic rifle. Or I'm sorry, let me take that back. This bullet and that bullet are shot from a semi-automatic rifle, when this bullet is shot from a semi-automatic pistol. This here is a 45. So when you look at these 4 and you sit here and think, which one is more deadly? Because a bullet is a bullet, right? Well, yes, they are. But when you look at the size of this bullet compared to that bullet, this one right here can actually do more damage than this one right here. But the difference in the two is because one being shot from a semi-automatic and one is being shot from most likely a bolt action single shot. Now let's move this one and let's move that one. Now when you look at these 2 bullets, you sit here and think, okay, they're both shot from a semi-automatic, but they're wanting to ban AR-15s. Why? Because they look scary? Is that a reason to ban anything? I see a lot of people out there on the street that just scare the shit out of me. Should we ban them from being ugly? No. But yet they want to ban the AR-15 because they're scared of it. Sorry, I had to pause it there for a second. But anyway, they want to ban the gun that this bullet comes from simply because it looks scary. Okay, yeah, they can always say, well, it can hold 20 rounds, it can hold 30 rounds, but this gun right here can hold anywhere from 14 to 18 rounds. The only difference is this gun, the bullets go into a clip. This gun, it goes into the slide beneath the barrel. Or you could have a bolt action. They actually make a .22 rifle bolt action that takes a clip. Can have anywhere from 5 to 15. Bottom line here is the AR-15 is no more dangerous than this bullet right here, or this bullet right here. To be honest with you, I'd rather be shot with that bullet than this bullet. Don't want to be shot by neither. But let's look at this. The difference between these two is obviously the size of the casing, the shell. This bullet has a lot more powder behind it, so the shell contains more powder than this one. Now, the weight of the actual piece of lead that comes out is probably a little greater on this one than that one. But the fact that this one is shooting at a higher velocity than this one gives it more of a knockdown power. But most likely, this bullet will probably travel all the way through. This bullet won't. It's going to go about halfway through, and then it's going to act like a pinball game, bouncing around inside, hitting multiple organs. Many have said that the .22 bullet is one of the most dangerous bullets on the planet, simply because of what it does. I've never been shot by one, so I can't say. But it makes sense. So you think about the AR-15 versus the .22. And like I said, they actually make an AR style .22. I've seen them. A friend of mine had one. But because of the fact that the AR-15 has a clip that holds between 20, 30, 50, 60, whatever size clip they decide to buy, and because it looks scary, they want to ban the gun. To be honest with you, Democrats do not care about kids. They do not care about anything. They really don't care about banning guns. In my opinion, they do it and they talk about banning weapons because they know once they start talking about it, people are going to run off to the gun stores, buy up ammunition, buy up guns, which increases sales and also increases tax revenue. So I thought about this a few times, about the NRA and other gun associations. Really, they might be in cahoots with each other because of the fact that they might be saying, hey, we're not really selling a bunch of guns. Why don't y'all talk like y'all going to ban them so we can make more profit? We make more profit, y'all make more profit. Makes sense to me. I use common sense on a lot of my thinking. But, again, there's no difference between the two guns that shoot each one of these bullets. Both are semi-automatic. Regardless of what Democrats want to say about the AR-15, it is not a military-grade weapon. As far as I know, the military doesn't even use AR-15s. If I'm not badly mistaken, I might be wrong on this, the equivalent to an AR-15 is the M16, which is fully automatic. But I'm not real sure. I hadn't really looked it up. I've talked to a few friends. Either way, it doesn't really matter. The AR-15 is not used in combat, simply because it's not a fully auto machine gun. Unlike Joe Biden and many Democrats want to say, they're just ignorant. I'm ignorant to a lot of this stuff, but like I said, what I'm telling you here is the truth. These two guns are no different than one another. One might hold more than the other one. One obviously looks more dangerous, but a bullet is a bullet. Now, if Democrats, and I'm not just going to say Democrats, we'll say Republicans too, because they have had control of Congress before. So I'm telling you that neither one care about your kids' safety at school. All they care about is what's best for them in their pocket. They've had control of Congress before. They didn't do nothing about protecting our kids at school. Democrats do not care about your kids. The best way to protect kids at school is to fortify them. Like many have said, our courthouses, most of our government buildings are guarded by, trained professionals and security. Why not have them at the schools? The technology that we have, we're able to shut down a school from the outside, but still allow people from the inside to exit any door in the school. Have a door that's only accessible from the outside, only one door, and have 1, 2, or even 3 guards in the area. That is a surefire way to make sure that this doesn't happen again to our kids. The only way it would happen is if it was a sniper on the other side of the road shooting these securities through the windows, through the doors, and then gaining access inside the school, which is highly unlikely. Most of the mass shooters that we have are really just novice, just sick people in the head. They're not trained professionals. Trained professionals do not do this. So just let people know to educate themselves before they start talking trash and being ignorant. That's really what they are. They don't care about your kids or anybody else's safety. All they care about is their pocketbooks, their households, and that's it, regardless of whether they're Republican or Democrats. But I blame the Democrats mainly because you rarely don't see Republicans out here wanting to talk about gun control, because they know gun control does not work. Gun control only hurts a law-abiding citizen. It does not affect criminals, because most likely the criminals are not buying the guns from the store anyway. Even if they are, they're doing it legally. They're going by the rules that Congress has set, that the law has set in place. So it's not like they're breaking the law. So you'll never stop these mass shootings. The only way to stop them, or at least slow them down, is to fortify our schools. So I appreciate you watching this video. I hope it give you a little bit of knowledge about the bullet, about the gun. Like I said, the only two difference between these two is one just looks more dangerous, but to be honest with you, they're really not. There's not that much difference between these two as far as the bullet size. Now, the amount of powder, the shell, yes. But you can take this bullet right here, put it into a different casing, into a different shell, sharpen the end of it up a little bit, and you can actually make this bullet just as dangerous as that bullet. Thanks for watching, and just tell Congress, leave our guns alone. The guns are not the problem. People are the problem. I have many guns in my home. Not one of my guns has got up and shot anybody. It's not the gun, it's the people. So, let's tell our Congress, let's tell our representatives to protect our children. We pay you to do a job. That's what we expect you to do. Get out there, secure these schools up, and just do your job. If not, then you work for us. We will take your pay. Let's put a stop to their pay. Let's get a hold of their bank accounts and say no more until you fix the problem. Guns are not the problem. God bless. Thanks for watching. And please, educate yourself.